Hey, how are you doing? Drew Rebar, auditing Reno 911, and just got notified this morning that there was a filing in my lawsuit against the Washoe County, the library staff, and the local LGBTQ Build Our Center Incorporated. And evidently, the attorneys, I've talked about this before, they've been trying to do privacy strikes against me and a bunch of other stuff. The ones that are representing these Build Our Center people, the one that are representing these Our Center people. And what they're asking for is an emergency motion for sanctions and an order prohibiting the plaintiff, me. And let me show you who's filing this stuff here so we know who we're dealing with. Because all of this is public record. So this is a gal named Rachel Wise. Hey, Rachel. I mean you no harm. I wish you no ill will. I just want to resolve our lawsuit. That's my sole goal. Along with informing the public about how our system works or doesn't work. By sharing public information so people know how our system works. I'm a candidate for Nevada Assembly District 40. And trying to make change by running for political office, trying to make change by publishing videos and sharing my life experiences of what happens with the government and dealing with the courts and dealing with the government. Well, this is all public. This is trying to change the system, fix problems that I see, or just highlight things so people can determine for themselves if they're just problems. So I want to be really clear with that. There's no intention to harass anybody. I'm sitting at home, not even in the public space right now, and talking into a microphone, looking at a camera, and trying to let people know what's going on with our system. Obviously, things are broken. Anyways, let me share with you, everybody here, who Rachel represents. So let's go here. Does the press have rights non-press people don't have? Everybody has press rights. You just published something, you just exercised your press rights by sending something on social media so the world can see it. So what would you do if somebody told you, take that down, that does the press have, what if they told you that question was illegal? Well, let me share with you who these people are defending and why they don't want me to talk so much anymore. But they're defending.
Hey, sir, that's called assault. Sit right there. That's called.
They're defending a group called Our Center. So if you watch right here in this video, the gal in the blue. With the man in the rainbow tutu, whatever the hell he's wearing. Watch what he does to this old woman. And I know this gal. Her name is, anyways, hey, Val. She's a very cool woman. And she's just there trying to record and see what's going on at a public library.
Hey, sir.
See that dude? He's blocking this woman, putting his umbrella in her face. And this is what the Our Center people called their Rainbow Brigade. This was their security so that they could secure the libraries for their own personal events.
That's called assault. Sit right there. That's called assault.
Now look at this guy, mohawk, rainbow umbrella, green dress, whatever the hell he's wearing.
Get stuff under control, buddy.
Yeah, so everyone is press. You are press. I am press. You have press rights. I have press rights. You have speech rights. I have speech rights. You have religious rights. I have religious rights. We can both petition. Everybody can petition our government, and we can assemble. I think I hit all five there, didn't I? Yeah, we can all get together and assemble if we so desire. You can come to my house if you're invited. I can come to your house. We can all go to church together if we want to. Everybody has these rights. Simply the right of a free press is the right of the individual to publish whatever they want to publish and disseminate to the public what they want to disseminate. The only restriction is you don't get to threaten people, and you don't get to yell fire in the movie theater. You don't get to incite violence. Anyways, let's get back to watching this real quick, and these are the people that they're defending.
I'm with Nevada Signal. I'm Amelia, an online, yeah. And so I'm just trying to.
Michelle, over here, please. You can hear.
Okay, now this guy that's directing her is Jeff Scott. He is the ex-library director for Washoe County. He quit before the library board got to fire him.
Very clearly.
Actually, it's starting to hear from over here.
That's fine.
Did you say command?
Yes, it's a command. Yes, I did.
That's right. Your library director commands the public to do as he says. Excuse me, ex-library director.
I don't agree with that at all.
Film me! I know, she's so much fun! Film me!
Okay, these are the Hour Center people. There's a librarian with her tag on right there. No tag on that person. This is the Hour Center people. They're jumping in front of the public, blocking them from coming inside of a public library. And here's the gal in the black shirt. Look at her name tag. And watch her with this older gal. And see if she's got control of the library. Is she allowing people to go in and out of the library as part of Build Our Center? Is she being security here? Let's see what happens.
Yeah, but I just asked him. You can go ahead and get your wristband.
Well, no, he told me I could use the bathroom. I asked him. Right out there, that guy standing in it.
Yeah, let's go see.
Oh my gosh, the Hour Center people make the elderly gal ask permission to use the public library bathroom. Otherwise, she's not going to let this gal in the library. Who gave her the authority over our public spaces? Let's see.
I was just with him.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, the library director, Jeff Scott, ex-library director, allowed her to use the public library bathroom. And the LGBTQ people from our center are going to now allow her into the bathroom. See the back of her shirt right there? She's not a public employee, but she's acting as a public employee, isn't she? She's escorting the public into the public library. I don't want to cuss today.
Can you believe it?
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. I have to be so bad.
What do you guys think? Is this Our Center person exercising control over the public library like a public employee would?
What are you talking about?
Oh no, I'm
Oh yeah, just stay away from me.
Hi there. How's it going?
And now you got more of them with their umbrellas up.
Right there.
Who puts umbrellas up in a public library? That's a lot of bad luck, ain't it?
The right hand side there. Perfect.
Yeah, another umbrella in our face.
And now people are trying to walk through the line of people. And this gal right there, that one's interesting. That's the one, she came up and assaulted me. She's the one that got me trespassed from the public library. This is why the lawsuit started, is they trespassed me. And here they all are blocking the library. Interesting thing. Don't know if I can zoom in on it, but there's that sign right there that says July 22nd, 2020, whatever. And then just to the right of that behind her, there's another sign. And that sign right there says that they're recording you and they're going to put your image up on the internet and stuff. But watch what they do to other people that try to record that they don't control.
My children. Hey, what children? Jeez, I'm such a big heart. You say it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
stepped in front of me to
And here's another one of them. Yeah, just
block. They just block. See that? Look at this. Now he's stepping in front of me.
just absolutely nuts. Just totally nuts. Anyways, if you guys want to help me and support me in my efforts, I can really use some help trying to get some attorneys on this thing eventually. Fighting it alone's been a hard deal. And now what I promised I would do tonight is I'm going to show you what the incredible attorney right here, Rachel Wise, that is trying to silence me, trying to file privacy complaints against my videos, because I guess she doesn't want the public to know what she's doing in the public forum as a public attorney representing a non-profit governmental organization that's collected a lot of money from the government, your tax dollars. That's right. It's not only the Somalis that are doing their daycare frauds. Now, I'm not saying that there's fraud here. I don't know this. But what I do know is this non-governmental organization, Build Our Center Incorporated, nonprofit 501c3. What I can say affirmatively is they have interfered in my political campaign. What I can say affirmatively is they have taken money from the city of Reno. They've taken money from tax money from the Reno Sparks Visitors Convention Authority, I believe it is. Some UNR money is out there from one of the student associations. So they're getting a whole lot of tax dollars, these people. And what are they doing with our tax dollars with their LGBTQ center? Why does their LGBTQ center need our tax dollars? It's not just the Somali daycares getting our tax dollars. It's these people taking over public libraries, keeping the public out, making old ladies ask permission to use the bathroom. That's what this woman is about. She doesn't want this stated. So now let me go ahead and share what I haven't done yet here. See if that pops up here. Anyways, Venmo me some, if you want to help me out, Venmo me something, and would be greatly appreciated. And I'll continue to keep pushing this stuff and fighting the government. So let's get this up here. So this is my court docket. Excuse me. Let me share with you what's going on here real quick. Bert Johnson from the KUNR, he emailed me the other day. He saw this. Hi, Bert. And what the judge did on December 29th is the judge ordered that the defendants, Build Our Center's motions and the county motion to dismiss are granted. So this judge dismissed a bunch of my claims right here. But what I'm looking at here and studying is why they were dismissed. And they're dismissed without prejudice and leave to amend almost every single claim. There's two claims that they dismissed with prejudice. Those are both state law issues. And so I'm going to look at seeing if I can take those to the state level. Because I believe the reason those got dismissed, I'm not sure, I'm not an attorney. But those are both state law issues. And she's a federal judge, so I may take those and make a state claim with this too and go out that direction too. Claim number, 13 is dismissed with prejudice. Washoe County is dismissed without prejudice and with leave to amend as to Ms. Cole. So again, I can amend this and change this around. So basically, I'm just having a naming problem here, I think. Claims against Build Our Center dismissed without prejudice. So that's the Our Center people. Those are the people I just showed you were shoving the old ladies and blocking people from using public restrooms. So those are without prejudice. So I just need to amend those and change those. Washoe County Library Services, which is not its own entity unto itself. Again, it's a naming issue, so I can't name them themselves. And then the judge said that when I tried to amend before, I cannot add new defendants. Because what I tried to do is I got trespassed from the public street on Virginia Street by the city of Reno and our center because they didn't want me at their public event. And I tried to put that into this lawsuit, and this judge doesn't want to have it. So I'm going to file a separate lawsuit against our center again and against the city of Reno. Tried to get them to resolve it. The city attorney, you don't want to vote for him, guys. I think he's coming up for re-election. His name is Carl Hall. Don't vote for that guy. He doesn't want to solve the problem, and he's going to make me sue the city. And I ain't going to give up till I'm done. It's like we're getting married for 5 years, guys. I'd rather not, but if you make me. I just wish I could get a divorce from y'all. Leave me alone. Anyway, so that's what's going on with that. So I'm going to write another amended complaint, file that, get those things moving along. But what I'm here to look at tonight that I haven't seen yet is this emergency motion for sanctions and order prohibiting plaintiff ongoing harassing. So let's open that up for the first time. And let's see how much money it's going to cost. So let's download all this stuff here. It's going to cost $6.50 for this. So that's a whole bunch of documents. And let's see what they gave us here. And let's pull this here, and we'll extract all. And there we go. Let's see what we got. Okay, Craig Merriam, Rachel Wise. So here's 3 attorneys right here. So they got to this Build Our Center. They've got four or five attorneys because they've got some other attorneys up here in Reno. All these people are down in Las Vegas. So it says Drew Rebar, plaintiff, Washoe County defendants, Build Our Center, emergency motion for sanctions and order prohibiting plaintiffs' ongoing harassing and threatening conduct. So I don't have any intention to harass anybody. I'm not threatening anybody. I'm simply reading public records, showing people publicly what's going on from court documents. And how would that be threatening? How is this threatening? Well, let's see how they say that I'm threatening. Let's go through this. We got 29 pages. We might be here for a while tonight. Build Our Center, by and through its undersigned counsel, respectfully requests plaintiff harassing, threatening, and doxing. What am I doxing? The only thing I'm putting up is court records, your public information. It's on your public website. It's at the Nevada bar. It's on your public documents. It's all, everybody, if you want to go into PACER, that's the government court, federal government court website, you can go find all this information. It's all published. So I don't understand what I'm doxing, threatening. Let me put it on the record. I wish no ill will. I just want to solve the problem. No ill will, no threats. The only thing I'll do is file lawsuits and document things and publish things. Now, if being a member of a free press, everybody's got press rights. Remember, you've got press rights, I've got press rights. If you were in my situation, would you want to be able to talk about what was going on? Is that your right? Harassing. I don't know what I'm doing that's harassing. Again, let's go find out. This motion is made based on all records, pleadings, file, exhibits, declarations here to authorities here. Good lawyer language, introduction, plaintiff's improper communication, extradition. Plaintiff's improper communication, plaintiff's extrajudicial harassment, the court's prior restraining orders. Plaintiff's bar complaints are intended to influence litigation strategy. No, I'm just trying to hold you accountable. Legal standards. The court may order plaintiff to stop his repeated abusive conduct. So you guys, if you see these videos disappear, the only way I'll stop talking about what is happening in our public courts is if the judge orders me to and threatens to throw me in a prison cell. Then I'll stop talking. Then I'm effectively gagged. She's done that once already to me. First Amendment does not protect plaintiff's actions. Court may issue a temporary restraining order. Compliance from any order should require compliance from social media platforms. They want to get the social media platforms involved in censoring me. So they want some monetary and civil sanctions. There's their conclusion, page 23. Oh, wow, they got a lot of authorities here. I won't. Anheuser-Busch, Ninth Circuit, Bernard Airlines. So they've got all this. Table of authorities. So they're citing a whole bunch of case law to try to silence me. Huh, interesting. Left a bunch of reading ahead of me. Fulbright, United States Wagee, Winter v. Natural Resources. See, I'm operating, let me tell everybody what I'm operating under. My whole thing is based on the U.S. Supreme Court ruling. It's called Nebraska Press Association versus Stewart. And what that was I'm reading off a thing here, landmark Supreme Court case that ruled a trial judge's gag order on the press was an unconstitutional prior restraint on the First Amendment right to freedom of the press. The court held that such orders are presumptively invalid and can only be justified in extreme circumstances where there is a clear present danger to a fair trial that cannot be mitigated by other means. And then they say, like, changing the venue or sequestering. So I'm not even talking about the case right now. I'm talking about public information. I'm talking about videos that are public. I'm talking about public records in the documents that are filed in the case. And I'm talking about what these attorneys are trying to do to silence my right to speak, because they're really the only ones I'm talking about, because they're trying to shut me up. Well, I'm not going to shut up, especially when you're trying to shut me up. That's where the fight is. You don't get to tell me to be quiet, just like I don't get to tell you to be quiet. You go publish stuff about me as long as I'm accurate. The Nevada Constitution says I can do this. If I'm not libeling you, I get to speak. It's a presumptive right for press, for everybody. Let's scroll on down here some more. Our Senator respectfully moves the issuance of an emergency order regulating plaintiffs threatening, harassing, and coercive conduct. How am I coercive? I just want to sit down and talk and solve problems. If you guys want to fight for years and stay married for years, I don't want to be married. I'd rather get a divorce. Nothing coercive here. Harassing is a very distinct thing. Let me see if I can find harassing for everybody here. Let me pop this up here. Where did it go? Pull it up. Let's see what harassment says. What's the state of Nevada say harassment is? And we're 200.571 is the law. So what is harassment? See if I've done anything. You guys can judge. You guys can watch my videos. 200.571, there it is. A person is guilty of harassment if, without lawful authority, the person knowingly threatens. There's no threats here. There's just lawsuits. Threatens to cause bodily injury in the future to the person threatened. I don't wish you have any, I wish no bad upon you. Or to cause physical damage to the property of another person. I don't want to cause any damage. I just want to take pictures. To subject the person threatened or any other person to physical confinement or restraint. I don't want you restrained. To do any act which is intended to substantially harm the person threatened or any other person with respect to his or her physical or mental health or safety. Don't want any of that for you. Just want to talk about what's going on here. It's important to have it all recorded because they can lie. They can exactly. They can lie. And they've done that in this case. The only problem is, God bless GPS in your phones. God bless recordings in cars. God bless cameras everywhere. Control your own cameras. Don't let the government control your cameras. Or the attorneys, because they'll lie about it. Oh, and attorneys out there that I'm calling liars, you know who you are. You had your staff file false affidavits with the court saying that I was somewhere where I never was. Your only defense in this case, because the videos show it all. They show your client, our center, controlling the entrance to the library and having to go ask the library director if the person is allowed inside to use the bathroom. Private nonprofit organization had physical control of the library. That's what the video shows. So the only thing you can do is try to fight me with this. Why would you just not talk to me? I don't get it. Anyways, first offense, I'm guilty of a misdemeanor. Cool. Okay, let's put that back down. Plaintiff proceeding okay. Through harassing, threatening. So I haven't threatened. I haven't harassed. Coercive. What's coercive? The fact that I publish my actions to protect myself and to show the people what's going on. I guess my protecting myself by documenting and recording all of the actions, sharing it with the public to protect myself from these huge multinational, multi-state law firms, nonprofit organizations that are collecting your tax dollars that are trying to come down on me. I guess this is being coercive by sharing it with the public. They got to prove your intent. They can't prove your intent. Only you know your intent, and they are trying to falsify your intent is out of the career blue sky. That is criminal. I agree with you. I'm telling everybody my intent. My intent is to document what the government. Oh, let me go back to something here, everybody. Let me be really, really clear with my intent. I even put it in the name of my channel here. Let me put this back up here. Okay. Auditing Reno 911. The first word is auditing. I'm a business guy that's run a business for the last few decades now. I get audited by the government all the time. I simply sat there running my business one day when the government was screwing with me and decided to audit the government. It's really simple. Take a camera out, go see what they do. Just like the government does to you and me, they audit me, they audit you. Why can't you audit these people? They're just human beings working for the government, collecting a paycheck. They put their pants on the same way or their dress on the same way you gals do. These people are just nuts. Anyways, let me, so that should make Ms. Rachel Wise a lot happier. I took her picture down and I put mine back up. And again, let me share here with you. I can really use some help. And if you want to help me out, donate to me. I would greatly appreciate it. And now let's get back to this here. Oh, what makes that look? There we go. Okay, back to this. Rather than litigating through lawful filings and motion practice, plaintiff proceeding pro se, that's me, has engaged in repeated, unsolicited, nearly daily communications directed at defense counsel, including the publication of extrajudicial online videos and other social media platforms targeting and doxing. I'm not doxing you. Let's check this out. How to show this to everybody. Let's just double check here. What can I do to show? Go to the right screen. That screen will work. Let's go back to let's go to AI mode. What is doxing? What is doxing legally? Did I spell that right? I don't know. Is it sharing public information from public websites or government information? Describe the legal definition of doxing. Research the case law. Don't you love AI? Doxing is primarily defined as the unauthorized online publication of an individual's personal identifying information with the intent to cause harassment. I don't want to cause any harassment. I don't want you to feel fear. I want you to simply talk to me. Or physical harm. Legally, the source of information, public websites versus private hacking, significantly impacts whether the act is considered a crime or protective activity. Public information, simply compiling or sharing information already in the public domain, e.g. government records, property tax filings, public social media files, is generally protected by the First Amendment. That's what I'm here to audit. So you're failing the audit. You're failing the audit. That's all I'm doing. It's called a First Amendment audit. That's what this whole thing is about. First Amendment audit. Whether I'm going into public spaces or the courtroom, dealing with the attorneys. Do you get to say what you want to say? Do I get to say what I want to say? Malicious intent. Even if the information is obtained legally from public sources, its dissemination can become illegal doxing if it is shared with the specific intent to incite third-party harassment or violence. I don't want any harassment. I don't want any violence. So if you're doing anything to these attorneys, leave them alone. Don't do nothing. And if the attorneys are doxing themselves and making up fake accounts and doing things to themselves to fake stuff out, please don't do that either. Let's just sit down and have a meet and confer. Let's go over all the documents and the videos and see if we can agree that your clients did what I said they did. You'll remember that little, let me put that back up here.
Hey, sir?
Did your clients have so much control of the library that they had to escort people without umbrellas inside the library? Were they acting as the government's own security? You know what I'm saying? They're acting as a government organization right there under the direct supervision of the library director. Let's get back to this here. Okay. So again, don't harass anybody, people. Harassing people is bad. It's not good. Do things through the courts. Do things through our legal system. That's my desire for everybody, and that is my intent. See, I clearly stated my intent. As far as what I'm sharing with everybody, the reason I'm sharing it is I think that the First Amendment's being eroded. Let's bring this back up here. Where'd this bad boy go? 251, okay. Unsolicited or daily communications, doxing. BOC's counsel from Gordon Reese, as of January 2nd, in the past 50 days, has engaged in extensive extrajudicial harassment or other threatening conduct targeting BOC's counsel at least 33 separate times. It's be interesting to see. Plaintiff's intimidation tactics have led to severe protective measures by GRSM and counsel in this matter, including but not limited to contacting the relevant police departments in Reno and Las Vegas. Hi, Reno PD. Hi, Las Vegas Metro PD. Oh, filing an IC3 complaint and with the FBI and alerting GRSM building security. Okay, I wish nobody any ill will. I hope all of the officers go home tonight safe. How can I believe in our legal process. I'm a candidate for Nevada Assembly District 40. If you want to help me if you want to help me with my political campaign, go to Rebar for Nevada. And I just want to have good law enforcement and good laws. So, and as far as the FBI goes, I did file a civil rights complaint with regards to these issues. So it'll be interesting to see if they do anything. I also did file an IRS complaint, and I'm going to file another one against these Our Center people for interfering in my political campaign. It's illegal for a nonprofit to interfere in political campaigns. And that's what they've been doing, using your tax dollars to do it, of course. Maybe that's why this huge law firm's involved in this shit. Sorry for cussing. Yep, they don't want to talk to you, do they? Criminal, it's not. No, they are setting trial, spending 5 months in jail. Yeah, wow. You got to come on and tell your story one of these nights. That's crazy. Let's go. Plaintiff knows his conduct is not. How is my conduct improper? I don't know my conduct is improper. The purpose of my videos is not to legitimate litigation purpose. The purpose of my videos is not to litigate. The purpose of the videos is to educate the public on what's going on with the government and what's going on with my federal lawsuit that stemmed from the use of public libraries becoming private domains for special interest nonprofit groups. No litigation purpose. So this is going to be fun to chop their whole little thing up. This court issued 2 orders restraining him from engaging in the exact same conduct before. Yeah, and then she pulled it back. Because I haven't threatened anybody. Because you're scared, your feelings have nothing to do with my constitutional rights or anybody else's constitutional rights. Your fears, I can't control your fear. You're afraid of a snake, you're afraid of a rat, you're afraid of a spider, you're afraid of my words. So if you're afraid of a spider, that should affect me adversely. As long as I'm not libeling anybody, as long as I'm not threatening anybody. Plaintiff knows conduct's only improper, no legitimate purpose. No, I don't know this. The expiration of those temporary does not provide plaintiff free pass to harass, threaten, dox, intimidate BOC and its counsel. I want to see where the actual videos where I threatened. Plaintiff's conduct constitutes bad faith abuse of judicial process. No, the abuse of judicial process is filing 251 filings in this lawsuit. Here, let me show you what abuse of process really looks like. Let me pull that one back up. Where did that go here? It's this one here. Let's go back here. Let me show you what abusive process is. This is just what they filed in the last 90 days. So in the last 90 days, here's all the attorneys that are involved in this lawsuit. Oops, you can see my address. I guess I just docked myself, whatever. There's the attorneys are. See, my address is on there. Their address is on there. I ain't doxing anybody except for myself. All of their professional information is there. I don't know where these people live. I don't want to know where these people live. Don't want to go to anybody's house. Don't want their personal cell phone number. Don't want nothing personal in your life. I wish you'd get out of my life. So anyways, the last 90 days, We were on docket number 159. So in 90 days, we're up to number 254. So what's 159 minus 254? That's 95. Almost 100, over a filing per day in this lawsuit. And most of it is them trying to make me shut up. That's what most of this is. They really just don't want me talking about it. So anyways, that's what they're doing right there. So that, what they're accusing me of, is what they're doing. 95 filings, and I've been having surgery on my back and dealing with, anyways, they just file. That's why they got this huge law firm out there. Past 50 days, threatening at least 33 times, intimidation, protective measures, security. Okay, we were there with the cops. Plaintiff knows that his conduct is not only improper, but it serves no, yep, okay. Docs, intimidate, intervention, court deter further harassment. So they don't want me to make more videos. They don't want me to talk about the lawsuit. They don't want me to talk about the public information. They don't want me to share with you what your government is doing with your tax dollars, because their client has been collecting your tax dollars. Okay, so let's see here. The court, they want to prohibit plaintiff from communicating directly with counsel or their firms outside of filings made with the court. So I guess they don't want me to send them emails. They don't want me to communicate. So they don't want to communicate. They just want to run the lawsuit and overwhelm me with filings. Just amazing. Plaintiff to be physically approaching any party, witness, their counsel employees. So they don't want me coming in 600 feet of any party, witness, counsel employees involved in this matter. I've never tried to come in contact with anybody unless it's at a court. And if you're at a court, well, I can't help it. I like to go to the public buildings too, like the district attorney's office. They don't want me to go to the district attorney's offices. They don't want me to go in public buildings, requiring all communications relating through formal court filings in accordance with the applicable rules. Okay, they don't want me to send them emails, I guess. So that's all I've done is send them very polite emails saying, hey, let's talk. I'm not a bad guy. I don't think so. Directing plaintiff to refrain from using extrajudicial communications, including online videos or social media posts to harass, intimidate, or experts. These are attorneys, right? Expert. Hang on. You guys see what I'm seeing? Expert or expert pressure. I guess we got a typo. On counsel in connection with this litigation. How am I experting pressure on you? What's the pressure? I'm just saying what I'm saying and reading what you're saying. It's public. It's public. Advise plaintiff to fail to comply with the court's order will result in appropriate additional sanctions, including but not criminal contempt. Well, if the judge orders me to do something, I'm going to do it. You don't need to tell me that I've got to obey the judge. It's really simple. If the judge says not to do this anymore, I'm going to stop. That's why I'm letting people know. That's why I'm putting it online right now, that these people are trying to stop free speech. They don't want me to share what's happening in this case. They don't want me to share their filings. They don't want me to share the documents. They don't want me to share any of it. Is it because you're potentially corrupt? Go watch Nick Shirley's video if you haven't. Those Somalis are getting rich. That's crazy, the amount of money. I think I'm going to open a daycare here. Not really. It's just a joke. The attorneys will take it as serious. Advise plaintiff, okay, address social media platforms, including YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, Google, by explaining plaintiff is enjoined from posting extrajudicial communications, including online videos or social media posts addressing counsel, and direct that such platforms comply with the court's order by removing any offending posts. Then they don't want plaintiff shall not use any other person direct or indirectly to circumvent the court. What does that mean? Indirectly. How can I control anybody indirectly? Plaintiff will not use any device such as artificial intelligence to circumvent the court's order. Naughty, 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 don't speak. Sanction plaintiff in amount of GRSM's reasonable attorney's fees in drafting and prosecuting this motion. Remember I told you about that other lawsuit? They still haven't said what I've actually done or the words that I've used. Plaintiff's improper communications in extrajudicial harassment. Plaintiff's improper communication. Since the filing of this action, plaintiff has sent repeated coercive and harassing emails directly to defense counsel and unrelated employees in the law firms representing BOC. No, I did send an email. I did send an email out to Rachel Wise's bosses. I did, because I believe she's doing something illegal and filing false privacy complaints. And she's trying to interfere in my political campaign by trying to have this public information removed. You got to remember, my political campaign is about this corrupt government. I don't want to be like all the other politicians. I don't want to be a politician. I don't ever want to do this. They made me. If they would just leave me alone, I could stop. It'd be great. But they don't want to leave me alone. They want to stay married for like 5 years in a stupid lawsuit instead of just sitting down, talking about it, and solving the problem. Does the court consider that harassing to say you want to sit down and solve a problem? Court's supposed to be, the rules are supposed to be, things are supposed to flow through, and you're supposed to minimize the proceedings. You're not supposed to have 251 filings in, what is it, a year or so? 95 filings in 90 days, more than a filing a day. So no, I deny being coercive. I deny that I'm harassing. I'm trying to solve a problem. Plaintiff has sent emails to unrelated partners. Well, yeah, your bosses, because I'm going to file complaints with the Nevada bar because I believe you're violating the bar rules. Oh, the bar, that's a whole other thing. We need to make some laws to solve that problem, because the bars, they don't protect the people. Do you know that the average state bar takes 10 to 20% of the complaints that the public files with it every year? That means 80 to 90% of the people that file complaints against attorneys are ignored by the Nevada State Bar and other state bars. That's what I found. So these institutions that are supposed to be protectors and regulators, if you're denying 80 to 90% of the complaints, how is that helping the public that's filing these complaints? Is the public wrong 90% of the time? Anyways, let's keep going. Yep, I'm not threatening a bar complaint. Let me be very clear. I'm not threatening bar complaints. I am filing bar complaints. It's no threat. I don't threaten. I file bar complaints. I file lawsuits. I file criminal allegations with law enforcement agencies. I file complaints with the IRS. There is no threat. If you screw up, I'm going to file a complaint. I'm going to give you the opportunity to resolve that prior to filing the complaint, but I am going to file the complaint. It's called mitigating the issue. It's very simple. You bring the issue up, you try to solve the problem at the lowest authority. That would be your bosses. And then you step it up Your bosses don't want to solve the problem? Okay, I'll file a bar complaint. I might even litigate against you individually. I'm looking into that too. It's not a threat. It's just how to solve the problem. Ask me if I could talk to me to settle the dispute. Absolutely yes, because that's what they get paid for. They work for the people. They use tax. Yeah. Yep. The bar is useless. Cease and desist. Yeah, you send me a cease and desist. Your cease and desist means nothing. The judge didn't sign it, and I'm conducting a lawful activity by talking on the internet, talking on Facebook, talking on YouTube, talking on Twitter, talking a bunch across the social media platforms. That's what we're doing. So you can follow me on all those different channels. I've got multiple accounts on each one. Rebar for Nevada, that's my political one. A lot of it's just a lot of recycled material from both of them. Get people look at it. It's interesting to see the political one grows and the YouTube one for auditing Reno 911, which is the press one. But both ways try to get my word out that, hey, government's got some issues and let's solve the problem. Oh, so yep, they sent me a cease and desist email string. So it's not harassing for them to send me a cease and desist, but it's harassing for me to send them an email string talking about their cease and desist and trying to, anyways. Either plaintiff himself or a result of his doxing has led to a harassing email sent to counsel on January 2nd, 2026. Plaintiff himself. No, I don't send things anonymously if that's what you're accusing me of. I will be very in your face about what I'm telling you and my intentions. That's why I make the videos. It's all on the record. Led to harassing email. Oh my gosh, they got a harassing email. Well, I've got death threats. Yeah. From the LGBTQ people. Imagine that. The LGBTQ people have given me some death threats. I'm just filing lawsuits. Harassing email on January 2nd, 2026 that included personal threats. So anybody that's watching this, don't send anybody threats. Don't do that. Don't, please. Just don't use this law firm. Anheuser-Busch Hilton Hotel them. Or if you're on the left, do whatever the left does. Boycott the left. I don't know which ones the left has been boycotting lately. That the writer knows counsel's home address. I don't know anybody's home. I think I already said that earlier. Exhibit A, wise declaration. Exhibit 12. So should we go see what that Exhibit A says? I don't know where Exhibit A is at. So right now we're on page 9 of 29. Does this have all the exhibits attached with it? Good God, this is a lot of reading. Exhibit, so we were on page 9. Anyways, this is what doing a lawsuit is like. You read a lot. Where did it go here? It's this one right here. See what we can open up. So this is Exhibit A, wise declaration. Let's see if I can find that one here. Index of exhibits, declaration of exhibit. What's this one here? Is this it? Exhibit A. Here's Exhibit A. Let's see what they say Exhibit A says. Declaration of Rachel Wise. 15 pages. Wow. She's been writing a lot. And where did they say that one was at? It's Exhibit A. 12, Exhibit E. A, B, C, D, E. So it must be this right here. Is this the email? So this is the exhibit that they're saying I sent or somebody else sent that. Well, let's see what it says. So Wow, I don't think we want to have that on there. So I didn't even read that. Don't want to read that. Starts off bad. So to Rachel, I'm sorry that you got that. That sucks. I know how it feels. And that's not the intention of making these videos. The intention of making the videos is to show what the court process is. The intention of making this video is to show that you're trying to shut me up. So anyways, Rachel says a bunch of stuff here. Plaintiff's Facebook, 50 days, 13th, court's previous temper. Anyways, I'm not sure how much more of this I'm going to. So what I'll do for everybody here is if you just want to go through all of this and read it yourself, I'll just put this up there. This is Rachel Wise's statement here. Looks like they've got some videos they want to take down. But this is all the public records here. Let's see what they got here. So this is, let me start this from the beginning. So if you want to read this, this is their emergency motion, and I'll just scroll through this here so you guys can, again, go back and pause this video if you want to read it. I guess the main point of this thing is they're making up stories about me. I've never sent any letters unless it's from me. And the only thing that I want to do is to solve the problem. So yeah, that's the goal, is how do you solve the problem? They're saying that looks like they're saying that I'm posting too many videos. Well, my goal is to pretty much talk about this case and show the public how these lawsuits work. That's the goal. Inform the public and earn your vote if you live in Carson City, Story County, Southeast Washoe County, Southeast Reno, Nevada. Earn your vote for assembly. That's the goal here. So I'm sharing public records, telling the public about what's going on in the public courts. And they're saying that I'm NRS prohibits using threats or deceit to influence witness testimony. Threats. Okay, again, I'm not threatening anybody. There's no threats. There's no deceit. If there's deceit, well, then libel, because deceit is a lie. Libel. That's addressed in the Nevada Constitution. And it prohibits coercion through intimidation or threats. So they need to prove that I'm guilty of intimidation and threats. Prohibits intimidation of judicial personnel or jurors. And Carrie Martin, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, man. Plaintiff's course of conduct is prejudicial. They're disturbing, disruptive, designed to intimidate the witness, but also an orderly administration of how does this affect the litigation? Other than you guys make up a bunch of lies about me. I don't get it. Videos posted are not isolated or spontaneous. What does that mean? They reflect a continuing course of conduct, escalate over time despite plaintiff's awareness that doing. How is talking about a lawsuit improper? How is talking about court documents improper? Just reading this thing, just skimming it, is just crazy. The First Amendment does not protect the plaintiff's actions. Let's see what these high-paid attorneys are saying about that. The First Amendment does not entitle a litigant to publish baseless. Okay, I'm publishing court records here. I'm publishing videos. So what's baseless? Inflammatory remarks. What's inflammatory? I encourage everybody to do things legally. Disparaging opposing counsel. Well, I can say mean things about you, can't I? You can say mean things about me. You've accused me of being a stalker. Well, not you, I haven't. I should say the employees of the law firm that was originally representing our center wrote false affidavits saying that they saw me stalking them 2 days in a row in their parking lot when my GPS data shows I was nowhere near there. Said I was driving. I don't want to concede favorable settlement terms. I do want to resolve the issues. Don't settle with me if you want to keep fighting. Here, how about if we just get all this stuff over with as fast as we can and go to trial? I can go to trial right now. I'm ready. We don't got to continue this out for a long time. I'm good with that. So if you want to settle this and get this over with quickly, which I would really like to do because I don't want to waste my time anymore with you guys, how do we get to trial as fast as we can? And if you don't want to go to trial, sit down with me. The judge is going to make us sit down sometimes anyways. I mean, think about it, you guys. I got these people. There's their shirt right there. There's a really clear picture of it. I got these people controlling the public library. They were acting as the government. So let me get back to this and scroll through this so I can get on with your guys' lives. Been almost an hour through reading through this. Notice the judge charting. Anyways, they're going over some case law. That looks like right there. While the attorneys and other trial participants do not lose their constitutional rights, courthouse doors, the Supreme Court has suggested that it is appropriate to impose greater restrictions trial participants on the right of non-participants. Well, again, I'm just going to go straight back to Nebraska Press Association versus Stewart. Extreme circumstances where there is a clear and present danger to a fair trial. I've published all this information before. None of this is private discovery. None of it is any information I've gotten through discovery, unless it's already been published with the court. I'm not hiding. I'm not presenting anything that's not in the public record. Citing further courts have made the distinction between communication and harassment. That First Amendment allows a person to make harassing or threatening communication. So we just read the definition of harassing earlier. And again, I don't wish anybody any violence. I'm not threatening anybody. Harassing and intimidating conduct. So being a member of the press and talking about this is harassing. They're just stuck on that. Federal district courts regularly enjoin litigants from distorting the judicial process. Okay, you're reading the court documents with me. So I don't know what I'm distorting when I'm putting the documents right up here. Revenge Eagle Community Activist Forensic Peer Sup containing sexually threatening language. Well, if this, they say that here's this YouTube video right there containing sexually threatening language. So my videos don't have anything sexual about them other than the LGBTQ people that care about who you sleep with. I don't care. There's no threat here. I think a turd won't. What? So why are they going to all this stuff? Because I've never said any of these things. Why don't they go to what I've actually said? They're going to all this case law and saying that other people have said these things about threatening them sexually, when the facts of what I'm saying is nothing like this. I'm just questioning the attorneys on trying to quash the First Amendment when I'm only sharing, again, public records. Any order should require compliance from the social. So they want to get the social media platforms locked into this too. Then they want my monetary civil sanctions for losses sustained and not impose any additional consequence for the sanctioned party's misbehavior. See, what I think all this is really designed to do, and I don't know why they want to do it if they, like I said, I'd just rather go to a trial. Let's go to trial tomorrow if we can. I think the judge would let us. I don't want to prolong it. I don't want to have more filings than necessary. I just want to go argue the facts of the case. Did our center in the Washoe County Public Libraries shut the libraries off to the public? Was the nonprofit organization tax exempt, taxpayer funded, our center controlling egress and access to the public library, even access to the public restrooms? Were they acting as a governmental entity at that point in time? I would say yes, based on the videos that I've got and the emails that I've got. But instead of resolving the case, these people accuse me of wanting to prolong the case when they keep filing all of these crazy documents. So anyways, that's what's going on. I'm going to write a response to this. I'm going to be filing an amended complaint with, well, here, I'm going to be filing an amended complaint and dealing with all the issues. So I appreciate all you guys watching. Have a great